James is quite the character. He's snooty and boastful, but very hard-working. Whenever he took a passenger train, they would always take a second to admire him. "Your red paint looks stunning in the sun." This would flatter James, sometimes a bit too much, but all in all, he was very hard-working. One rainy afternoon, James was sitting under a shed when Sir Topham Hatt arrived. "James, I would like you to load some trucks at the quarry." James was appalled at the statement. Why can't someone like Percy or Edward, Thomas, or even Toby do it? They'd love that type of work. "Really useful engines do as they're told." And James reluctantly agreed. As soon as James got to the quarry, the yard was a mess. Trucks scattered everywhere. You'd hoped the rain would have stopped by the time he got there, but instead it got even heavier. James biffed and bashed the trucks recklessly. Great, just great, my paint will be ruined. And he bumped the line of trucks into the side. "Ow, ow, ow!" they moaned as they were bashed into a set of buffers. "That big red pimple wants to biff us about. Well, we'll teach him." The trucks laughed as they were thinking of a plan. Soon James had shunted most of the trucks into the line, ready to be loaded. He was still being careless. This was when the truck started to agitate him. "Your paint looks nice, pity about your face though." This infuriated James, so he bumped them as hard as he could. Unknowingly, the dumbass had tangled his coupling with the other trucks, and so they surged forward. "Fuck me sideways." Suddenly, Bowers started pouring onto James, and all his shiny red paint, covering him with coats of dust, until finally there was no more ballast left in the hopper. The Fat Controller soon came to inspect the damage. "I thought I could trust you to do this simple job. Turns out I was wrong. Now I'll have to get a diesel to fill in whilst you're away." James did not like this idea in the slightest. The new diesel was terrible. He was prone to failure, yet still quite nice. Although he wasn't very troublesome, most of the engines thought of him like Dennis. Very fucking lazy or kind of useless. The Fat Controller took the chance of lightning and capitalized on it, placing a lightning rod in the quarry and in Knapford. One stormy afternoon, the diesel known as Ed was working in the quarry and as usual was breaking down when suddenly a flash of lightning struck him and gave him a boost of power. "I feel marvellous," he sung as he rocketed through the yard. "Damn, that crystal must have been some good shit." Fat Hat was taken aback by Ed's sudden surge of power and decided to put him on an express run. Ed zoomed down the line at record speed, putting Gorn's record on the line. He arrived 10 minutes early, and Fat Controller decided to put Ed on more and more express runs. Posters were put on every station. "Get ahead with Super Ed," they said. Unfortunately, this newfound fame had got into Ed's ignition and made him rather hot-headed. When James came back, the engines were all fuming. "You're the reason that erectile dysfunction is here. You can sleep with that bastard and take all of his insults," they wished, as James reluctantly complied. When James came into the shed, Ed kept talking on and on. "All you steam engines should be scrapped, or at least relegated to shunting. I like you though, James. Without you, no one would know how really useful I am." "Absolutely stunning." The next day, James backed into Knapford as Ed came racing in. "Super Ed, that's me," he said as he got ready to depart. Soon the fire died down, and what was revealed was the remains of Ed. What the bloody hell just happened? I don't know. He just burst into flames. Gordon and James soon took Ed's remains to the scrapyard, and the express was taken by a visiting diesel.